block 4 of our 2019 Charity Quilt Along called Threadology. From February to May 2019, we will be releasing 2 blocks per month for free, and then in June we're going to be releasing our finishing and backing pattern. It's a nice pieced backing. We're just asking in return for donations to Make-A-Wish. We are trying to raise $10,000 from our customers, and Moda Fabrics will match $10,000 and Fat Quarter Shop will match $10,000. So please donate whatever you can. This week we are working on the Churn dash block. You're going to make 1 12-inch and 4 6-inch. These all go on the front of the quilt. And stay tuned to the end of the video for this week's giveaway. When we're making the blocks for Threadology, just remember you're making 2 sizes, but the techniques I'm showing you today are the same on each. We're going to start our Churn dash block by making half square triangles. You're going to take a fabric A and fabric C square, put them right sides together. I'm going to put a pin on 2 corners. We're going to draw a line from corner to corner on your light fabric. Actually, I'm going to draw a line 1/4 inch away from the center. And I like to use the Creative Grids rulers because they have a dot right on this 1/4 inch line. We are going to go to the sewing machine and we're going to stitch directly on these lines. I'm going to use a leader to start. It is just a little scrap piece of fabric that I use to start stitching on. Then I'm going to stitch onto the line. Turn. I would normally do all of my half square triangles at the same time and just chain piece, do all of them down one line using that leader and ender. So now we're going to cut right in the center. We're going to be pressing toward the dark this time. I'm going to lay them and try to flatten both seams before I start. That just sets the seam and makes it press to the side easier. Press toward the dark. And I'm going to just clip off the little dog ears. And for each Churn dash block, you will be making 4 half square triangles. The next unit we're going to make is called our rail unit. You're going to just use a fabric E and fabric B rectangle and stitch those together with a 1/4 inch seam. I would put them right sides together and pin at the bottom, and I would chain piece these. So I would stitch 1, stitch 2, stitch 3, stitch 4 using those leaders and enders, and then take it apart. And then you're going to press toward your dark, and you're going to make 4 rail units for each of your Churn dash blocks. To finalize your Churn dash block, you're going to lay out your half square triangles with the white in the center and your rail units with the white in the center with a fabric D square. You're going to chain piece down, stop, and add the next section. If you want tips on this, watch our video from this series on the 9-patch block. And then you're going to finalize your last 2 rows. Every time I finish a block, I like to trim it up. I never square it to be exactly 12.5 inches because my blocks are never 12.5 inches. I just trim the sides so they're nice and straight, and I also like to trim them off so that if there's any loose threads, that will get that off. So I'm going to use a Creative Grids ruler and just trim, and you can see this little half square triangles a little bit sticking out. Just trim it off. You want to place your 1/4 inch line on your ruler with the points. And this is not necessary. You do not have to do this. This is just something that I like to do. But again, my blocks are never exactly 12.5 inches. And that is how I trim up the Churn dash block. I hope you had fun making this traditional Churn dash block. They're super cute. Check out our giveaway for this week, and I'll see you in 2 weeks for Block 5.